Greetings, people of Earth. Welcome back. My name is Jax, and today we are talking about finding your value. And by that, I don't mean like your self-worth, like your value in terms of that. What I'm talking about is finding the overarching value that you treasure. So I'll give you an example. The value that I treasure most is positivity, is making people laugh, is making people feel good, is having a positive impact on everything that I get involved with. So being helpful and positive. That is the value that I think is most important in my life. My dad, I could already tell you that the highest value on his list is sort of justice or doing the right thing, honor. Like my dad is a very honorable and just kind of person, and when he sees injustice in the world, it makes him want to change it and want to get involved with it, that sort of thing. I think my mom values peace the most, like just peace, tranquility. Like we all struggle with anxiety, but my mom is very much like a peaceful Zen kind of person. And that's kind of like her most important value, is just peace, is finding that peace for yourself and for people around you. So those are three examples. I can tell you that for me, positivity and just, being a positive impact on whatever I'm involved in, that is my mission. That is my goal. That is what I value the most. So what I'd love for you to do right now is either pause the video or just take a second and think about what aspect of your life, what value do you think is most important? What value do you lead with in your life the most? So I'll let you pause if you're so inclined and just have a think. Okay, so now that you have that value in your head, you're like, okay, this value has really carried me through my life. It might be because of childhood, it might be because of a career, maybe a mentor. Something made you think that this quality inside of human beings is the most important. It's what you look for in a partner. It's what you desire from your friends and your family. It's how you'd like to be remembered and seen throughout your community and, forevermore. And this value is really important. It's when you find out, you might not be able to figure out what value you hold that important at this point. Maybe you're young, maybe you're trying to figure out stuff. A lot of people don't figure out what they value in life until much later. So don't feel weird about it or bad or anything like that. It all comes in time. And maybe there will be several values in your life that you equally rank as the most important. But I can tell you for me, my value system gives me a lot of direction in life. When I meet people who are deliberately negative, who decide to bully, who decide to, cast blame, they try to bring people down, they try to cover for themselves and make themselves look good. Those kinds of behaviors really go against my value, and I'm very quick to move on, and because of my value system, I don't want to give those people an impression that they are awful people. I just say, I'm sorry, like I'm not, we're not compatible. I wish you the absolute best. I hope you have an amazing life. But our lives are not going to be connected because I can't deal with that kind of negativity. And I'd like to quickly reiterate that I'm not one of these like toxic positivity people. I know a few of you will be like, oh my gosh, Jack, we get it. You're really scared of being toxic positivity. I am. I don't want to be that toxic positivity person. For anybody who doesn't know, toxic positivity is somebody who is just really, really positive all the time. And, like your dog could die or something. And the person with toxic positivity would be like, well, just look on the bright side, like it's so good. No, I understand life is multifaceted. It's difficult. There are bad things that happen and you have to work through them. You have to deal with them. I'm not one of these people that has like an absolutely perfect, glowy life. I don't think anybody has that, but I'm interested in showing you guys like my life, how I see it, how I do it, the good, the bad, everything. But positivity is definitely the value system that I use in my life. And I'm not interested in making people feel bad. I've said that enough that I hope that it's a reality and I try to live by that. If my content and the way I just deal with people in person and in my whole life, if it's not positive, I'm not into it. And the minute this whole thing that I do isn't positive and constructive, is the minute that I stop doing it, because I'm not interested, you know? I'm in it to make people laugh and smile and be happy and be able to, you know, not take themselves too seriously and just enjoy life, because life is crazy and ridiculous and we're just here for a short time. So that being said, going back to our value systems and everything, I think being able to figure out what your value is in life is an important thing, and you should do the self-work. Like it takes work to figure this out, but you should absolutely take the time to really think, what do I value above all else? You know, what do I think is the most important characteristic in a partner, or the, you know, potential spouse, or my best friend, or your father or your mother, or, you know, your children. Figuring out what you value the most gives you so much direction in life. Like I said, when I encounter people who are negative and just negative for no reason, you know, like there's a time to be negative, but if they're negative for no reason and just bring people down, I'm not interested. I'm sorry, you're not the person for me. And by having that vision, I'm able to avoid those people really easily, because it's super easy to spot them because I know what I'm looking for in friends and family and all this other stuff. So it's given me a real edge in life, I feel like. And I think identifying what works for you is really good as well. Like, to give you different examples, I was talking about my mom and how she sort of views peace as like the most important thing. When she encounters situations that disturb her peace, she's out. She's good, you know? She's good. It's like, okay, yeah, house is a mess. Like, okay, guys, I'm going to the gym. You guys have to clean up. And then we do. So it gives her the ability to avoid situations that disrupt the peace and embrace things that create it, you know? And that doesn't mean that you avoid adventure or spontaneousness or any of that stuff. It gives you like a compass that helps you see stuff in a specific way. Going back to my dad, who's really all about justice and doing the right thing and, you know, having honor and integrity, that allows him, first of all, to have a very good reputation in business and what he does. Second of all, it gives him a good metric to decide whether he wants to work with somebody, interact with somebody, because if somebody doesn't have the integrity or honesty and sort of the sense of justice that my dad is looking for, I'm sorry, but you will not be coming to family dinner. It's not a factor, you know, sorry. So I don't know, it gives you like a compass of doing things the way that you feel they are correct. And I don't think you should ever embrace the value in your life 100%. Like, you should always be willing to see the other side and, you know, embrace a little bit of the opposite, because life is about moderation and sort of taking both sides at equal measure. But for me, and I think for a lot of people in my family and a lot of people I know, these values, as long as you're identifying a healthy value, they're really powerful and they really help you. I mean, I can tell you from my own experience, really embracing positivity has dramatically improved my quality of life. It's reduced my stress. I've had to say goodbye to many different friends and people in my life because, I'm sorry, they just weren't positive. And it doesn't matter if you were, you know, a blood relative or, you know, a close friend for years and years and years. If you can't embrace the positivity of existing, I'm sorry, you know, like, it's not for me. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'm not going to demand that you change, but I will require some distance, and I'm going to do my own thing because I think I know what's best for me in my life. And, you know, that's not to knock anybody down or to make people feel insecure or bad, but I'm just here for the positivity. I'm here for the joy that is living in this world. And that's not to say that my life is absolutely perfect, because there's always things that can be improved, and there's always great struggles, and family members get sick and die, and there's all kinds of things that we have to encounter in life. But I know for me, positivity is the most healthy outlet for me, and it is a beautiful, beautiful compass in order to tell me, like, oh, don't go this way. Oh, no, this is where the positivity is. I'm going this way. So I hope that makes sense. I think you can have many values in your life and really appreciate multifaceted values. But for me and the examples I gave, those are the values that I don't think have made a wrong move, and I think they're important. So let me know what your value is. I'd love to have a good discussion about this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Consider checking out my Patreon if you want to talk to me more directly and see sort of content from behind the scenes. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. And as always, I will talk to you guys tomorrow.